Happy Saturday, Keepers of the Cash. Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy here, and today we are here with episode 53 of Savage Saturday Comic Review. We took last Saturday off for Christmas, but we're back here ringing in the new year with a new Savage Saturday Comic Review. And this week we are reviewing Mahmud Asrar and Jason Aaron's King Conan #1. Is this worth your money? Hell yes it is, and we're going to tell you why in this episode. Now beware, we're going to do full spoilers on this issue. We're going to crack this bad boy open, take a look inside, dissect it, and have a little fun with it. This is a worthy read, and if you want high praise, I can give no higher praise than Mahmud Asrar is my favorite Conan artist since John Buscema. Now that's saying something. Those are big shoes to fill, and fill them admirably he does. His Conan is exceptional. Exceptional. Words are really easy, huh? And we're going to get right into this, guys. So let's look at the covers first, right? We'll start out with my least favorite cover. I mean, it's a Sakai cover. Again, there's nothing wrong with this cover. It's just not my preferred art style for Conan. It just doesn't work for me. But I have it nonetheless. Alright, so this cover, the A cover, just killer. Legacy numbering 56, alright? So glad that they kept the legacy numbering. Alright, in the original King Conan series, which turned into Conan the King with issue 19, that went 55 issues. Alright, so this is legacy numbering 56, but this is volume 2 of King Conan, issue #1. Mahmud Asrar cover. Alright. Stephanie Hahn's cover, another beauty. And of course the Garson cover. And I grabbed 2 of those cards. They're just incredible. You can look at this cover for hours and just pick up different Conan pieces in it. And the fact that it connects to Conan issue 25 is just great in itself. So we're going to set these here. And just let those take up some space for you guys to look at in the background. We are going to crack this bad boy open, and we're going to take a look inside. Now, this is a series that got delayed, and then delayed, and then delayed, and I was really worried that it just might be a victim of COVID and everything else going on, and it might get canceled. But lo and behold, it got a new release date, and Mahmud Asrar was talking about how happy he was that he got to spend extra time on the pages and just really fill them out. Put in a little extra effort, a little extra touches in the artwork, and man, does it show in this issue. Absolutely gorgeous. So, before we get too far, alright, we get, of course, Artemidian Chronicles. You know, one of the forewords to most Conan tales. Know, O Prince, that between the years when the oceans drank Atlantis and the gleaming cities, and the years of the rise of the sons of Ares, there was an age undreamed of, when shining kingdoms lay spread across the world like blue mantles beneath the stars. Hither came Conan the Cimmerian, black-haired, sullen-eyed, sword in hand, a thief, a reaver, a slayer, with gigantic melancholies and gigantic mirth, to tread the jeweled thrones of the earth under his sandaled feet. The Medium Chronicles. Alright, so get our nice title page here. And a little ad for Wastelanders. Alright, so our story opens with Conan's head popping out of the water. He's gasping for breath. He just survived another shipwreck. Alright, so, and he survived 4 shipwrecks that he can remember. And he's making his way to shore. The water's turbulent. And it's letting us know that he's a long way from his throne. Why that is, we have no idea yet. Alright, but here's King Conan stranded at sea after a massive shipwreck. And the salt is shiny. He's trying not to get smashed against the volcanic rocks against the shore. And he's just trying to survive and get to land, which he does. He's coughing up water. There's something wriggling in the water. And you notice that everything's maggot infested. It's just disgusting. But Conan's on the beach. He's making his way up. And he's just seeing skeletons all around on the shore. sunken galleys and other ships, and just this is a place of wreckage, a place where things come to die. And it's just a small little island, just full of death and decay. And we have a great shot here and a very Conan moment, which I love. So we're going to show this. But I want you to pay attention to this panel here, and I'll bring it up to you. Such a Conan moment. He's on there. He just survived the shipwreck. He just got to shore. He can't find any of his crew. And says, you know, perhaps he should have stayed on the throne. He thought in a moment of melancholy, which lets you know he abandoned the throne, right? The glittering King Sea of Aquilonia, most magnificent of all the kingdoms of man, the throne he'd fought so ferociously to gain the hold. The throne Conan had abandoned. So it's setting up some intrigue. And the thought was fleeting. Conan moves along his path. He's not one to dwell on melancholies. And this vulture comes to him. And Conan, with a great line by Jason Aaron, "May look it, but I'm not dead yet, buzzard." And he just wallops this thing out of the air. Alright, but so Conan is making his way among the dead. And, you know, he finds some old sour wine. He quenches his thirst. But before he can go too far, he can sense something. Something's coming. He turns around and he grabs a knife out of the air. And just a great Conan moment. And we get this scene right here. There's someone else alive on the island. Conan is soon to find out that it is not anyone he wants to be abandoned with. Alright, so Conan's like, "Crom, a snake, hurled as a dagger, what the devil?" And this guy is like, "Tell me you're alive. Tell me that I'm not imagining this." And Conan's like, "Throw one more snake dagger at me. You'll find out how alive I am, because I'll cleft your skull in two." And the guy goes, "Oh, you'll bleed for me. I need the blood of a king." And he starts making a snake axe magically. And you find out in the next panel, it's none other than Thoth Amon, which is an absolutely fantastic callback to the original King Conan series, where in the first issue he did battle with Thoth Amon. So you got this Volume 2 mirroring Volume 1 with the battle with Thoth Amon. So just a great callback, and instantly sucks you in. What does this evil wizard want with Conan? Why is he abandoned on this island of the dead? And Conan's like, "I know that name." And Thoth Amon has been thwarted by Conan, even though Conan didn't know that it was him that he had stopped several times. He's like, "Yes, I'm certain you do, just as I've cursed your name for years, you meddling wretch. Alright, too many times you thwarted my ambitions, whether you knew it or not." Conan cares nothing of this, but he takes a pretty solid wallop to the face, as you can see right here. And Thoth Amon is just whooping on Conan. But Conan, he's no stranger to taking a whooping. But he starts thinking back, you know, in those moments where you could face death. He's having flashbacks of the moments he felt most alive. When he first took the crown from King Nevidides to rule Aquilonia. To when he first set out as a young barbarian, leaving his homeland of Samaria behind for adventure. High adventure. Alright, and then, of course, the battles he fought through the years, creatures he fought and killed, Queen Zenobia behind him. One of the most scariest moments of his life is when he started having children and he knew another responsibility. And such a great line, because isn't that one of the scariest moments of all our lives, when we have children and we realize that we're responsible for more than ourselves? And Conan had always not wanted to be tied down by civilization. He doesn't want to be tamed. He doesn't want to be called. He doesn't want to be a civilized man. He wants to keep his barbaric side to him alive and well. It's what has kept him alive. It's what's made him survive. And he's seen too much of what the civilized man does in the name of civilization, and it's disgusting, and he doesn't want to be like that. So we're back to the island in the middle of the fight. Tathaimon blinds Conan with this little bit of a spell, and he's just nicking at Conan with a dagger, and he's about to say a spell, and Conan's like, my eyes are burning, and he just tackles Tathaimon and takes him right into the water. What Conan's thinking, as explained on this page, wizards, they can't cast their spells if they can't talk. And if you're underwater and you don't have breath, you can't talk. So just good barbaric logic. So he's underwater. They're having a great underwater battle. And Conan finally cuts off his hand, Tathaimon's hand, and it's swallowed by a shark. But Tathaimon, he's still got powerful magic. He's got the Ring of Set. And he casts himself, Conan, and even the shark to shore. But he bursts the shark, the hand bursts out of it, and then goes right to Conan, clasping him in its grip. Now Conan's trying to peel the hand off, and Tathaimon, he's just going crazy. He's got the third eye going. He's like, and with this ring drenched in your royal blood and all the dread power of Set, at last mine to wield, every king in every land shall grovel on their bellies before me. Because Tathaimon was never anything if not ambitious. He wants to rule everything that he can see, survey. He wants it all to be his. He always was arrogant, always thought that he was a god among men and everybody should serve him. But Conan doesn't serve anyone but Conan. And what does Conan do? Not every king. He headbutts Tathaimon, then grabs him by the throat, and just starts putting his own whooping on him. But Tathaimon is still reeling his magic. And the other things that are on this island, there's white tigers, there's apes, and Tathaimon is calling to them. He's casting a spell on them, and he has them attack Conan. Conan is forced to slay one, and he's not happy. It's then that he accuses Tathaimon of having no respect for the living. But Conan's going to teach him respect for the dead. And so Conan rushes him, and Tathaimon is playing on Conan's past, right? How he's being lectured on morals by a barbarian, by a former thief, a former pirate, a guy who so many people have died at the end of his blade. It's uncountable, right? And he asks Conan, how many have died beneath your blade? And Conan's like, too damn many, but today I say not enough. And he slashes Tathaimon. Tathaimon slashes him back. He's got the blood on there, and that's when he tries to perform the spell he needs, because he has the blood of the king. Or does he? Right? So he does the spell, the ring fizzles out, and Conan goes, oh, forgot to mention, I'm not king anymore. Great moment. And Tathaimon asks him, who is king? And Conan says, none of your damn business. And then we get a few years earlier, flashback, when Conan's sitting with his son, King Khan, Prince Khan. And he's giving him a life lesson. Khan's like, why should we clean our swords if we have people that can do it for us? And Conan gives him a good little lesson. He goes, a good sword is like a fine horse. The man who treats his with care will outlive the fool who doesn't remember that. And be it the cold iron sword of a barbarian from 1,000 generations of barbarians, or the finely polished steel of an Apollonian king. Yeah, you need to tend these things yourself. Having someone else do it for you will only make you soft, right? And then you just see this battle pursuing. And now that he's cast the spell wrongly, without the blood of a king, the power of the ring is abandoning him, and Conan is just preying on him. Now it's Conan's turn, and back in the 12 issues of the first 2019 series of Conan, Tathaimon had cursed Conan's village because it's where Conan was from, and Conan's like, I haven't forgotten. And as Conan goes to deliver the death blow and night's falling on the island comes alive. The dead rise. and are in pursuit. And Conan at first thinks this is the magic of Tapemon and blames him. And Conan's like, all your magic won't save you. And Tapemon's like, it's not my magic. The ring has abandoned me. And our final page to be continued is Conan with Tapemon's neck within his grip, being surrounded by the dead on the island. And we have to wait to next issue to see just what the curse of this island is and what it will bring to Conan and Tapemon and how this battle will play out. Fantastic debut issue for King Conan. Well worth the wait. Jason Aaron's writing, he has a firm grip on Conan. And I know he's probably not great on everything he writes. No person is. On Conan, he is absolutely spectacular. He has a firm grasp on this character. As you can see from the artwork, Mahmud Asrar is a brilliant Conan artist and captures Conan at his most savage as he should be, but he captures him with skill. He captures him with the nobility of Conan, with the brains of Conan, the wit, and just the savage survival instincts and ability of Conan. Just amazing issue. Everything about this issue to me is above an A. This is the highest marks for a debut issue. A+++++++. Art. Cliffhanger ending. Everything about this issue was absolutely spectacular. So if you're on the fence about getting this issue from one Conan fan to another, I can tell you this is a spectacular debut, and this is only a 6-issue miniseries. You are not in this for the long run. You are going to get a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it's going to conclude. And they did a great job with the first 12 issues of the Conan Barbarian series with their story arc, which was amazing. The Jim Zub arc after that was amazing as well. We are getting some great Conan right now. It is a spectacular time to be a Conan fan. There is so much goodness out there. And if you're not reaping it in, if you're not supporting it, it's going to go away. Check this out. It's amazing. But that's all I got for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Return of Savage Saturday comic review. And until next time, keep it casual.